I, Lillian Fairchild, married to a husband who doesn't like me, Ethan Walker. 3 years later, Smith returned under the moonlight, and my husband Ethan personally came to pick me up, only to abandon our wedding anniversary, because his family prefers a traditional daughter-in-law. I played the role of a gentle lady for 3 years, but after the divorce, I stopped pretending, switched back to my main account and watched me dominate. I, Lillian, became Mrs. Walker as I wished. Thanks to an arranged marriage by the older generation, but my husband Ethan doesn't like me because he has his moonlight Emily Smith. But Grandma Walker disagreed and forcibly sent Emily abroad, demanding that he marry me instead. For 3 years, Ethan hasn't even looked at me properly, let alone touched me. Because of Ethan's fairly good looks, I was attracted to his appearance and chased after him like a lovesick fool for 3 years. I dressed myself in Emily's style, trying to make him like me a little more, but what I got in return was, Lillian, how disgusting. No matter how much you imitate her, you could never be her. For 3 years, I tried to please him, please his family, doing things I didn't even like, dressing in colors his family preferred. I've almost forgotten who I was 3 years ago, and today, it's the day Emily returns to the country, and also our wedding anniversary. I've been left behind again, and of course, I was never the one chosen. How many times must I be abandoned before I finally understand Smith? Moreover, to say Ethan dislikes me, it's probably best illustrated by the fact that the divorce papers were delivered to me on our wedding day, just waiting for my signature. Ethan, oh Ethan, how much must you despise me to be so eager? Tears streamed down my cheeks as soft sobs escaped. Just at that moment, Shan called, Lillian, I think I just saw your husband with his Smith moonlight Emily. Hold on. I'll send you the photo. In the photo, Emily is intimately holding Ethan's arm with a sweet smile. This version of Ethan is one I've never seen before, and my heart aches as if pierced by needles. Lillian, are you okay? Shan, could you take a video for me, a closer one, please? Make sure they don't notice. Your reaction isn't right. You'd have charged over there immediately before. Could it be you've had a change of heart? But that can't be. You were so into Ethan. Shan, I want a divorce. I want to let myself go, too. Seriously, you're not lying to me. Lillian, long ago, I wanted to crack your skull open to see if it was filled with water, turned to mush. What's so great about that, Ethan? Did he put a spell on you? You chased after him like a fool for 3 years, but, thank goodness you finally see sense. Smith, don't you dare change your mind in a few days. I'd lose all respect for you. When you get divorced, I'll take you out to have some real fun. I'm going to follow them now. Shan, the little reporter, is on the case. Wait for me to bring back the first-hand scoop. Gotta go. This Shan, still the same as before. At least there's someone who's always on my side. That's really nice. Since we're getting divorced, I should go home for a bit. I need to inform my family. As for the food on the table, Nanny Wang, clear the table and tidy up the house. Madam, won't you wait any longer for the gentleman? No, he probably won't be coming back. After saying that, I went upstairs. Regarding the divorce, I probably can't take anything with me, since on the surface, my family is no longer the former Fairchild family. Ethan's family probably wouldn't approve either. Never mind, I didn't bring much when I came, so I'll leave with nothing as well. Not necessarily. I never looked at the divorce agreement because I kept thinking that even a stone could be warmed up one day. It seems I overestimated myself. Ethan's heart is like ice. The kind that never melts, not even in 1,000 years. Now that I've made up my mind about Smith, there's no point in hesitating. Emily's mask has been worn for so long that I've almost forgotten my true self. Just as Aunt Wang was tidying up, Ethan unexpectedly returned. Sir, you're back. Where is Madam? Madam waited for you for a long time, but you didn't return, so she went upstairs to rest. What's this? This was prepared by Madam to celebrate your 3rd wedding anniversary. Since the master didn't come, Madam had us remove it. Wedding anniversary, he had indeed overlooked it, but Lillian probably wouldn't mind either. Though he thought so in his heart, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was slipping away. When he went to the airport to pick up Emily this afternoon, Ethan was genuinely happy, but once they actually arrived, he felt like something was missing. Yet Emily was still the same Emily from 3 years ago, just as he remembered and liked. She had just returned and invited him to join her for dinner. Without much thought, he went along. It turned out he wasn't the only one going. She had prepared a welcome dinner. But since he went with her, they inevitably got teased. Everyone in their circle knew he was married. But they also knew he didn't like Lillian. However, since they weren't divorced yet, he couldn't go too far. After the meal, Ethan noticed that Lillian had called him many times. He felt annoyed and didn't want to deal with it. At that moment, Emily invited him to her place. Normally, he would have agreed without hesitation. But for some reason today, he inexplicably declined. Only after returning home did his heart gradually calm down. It turned out he had forgotten. Today was his and Lillian's wedding anniversary. He figured he could just find time to make up the gift to Lillian, and everything would be fine. Lillian was easy to appease, just like 3 years ago. With this thought, Ethan lay down in the guest bedroom and fell asleep with a clear conscience. The next morning at the breakfast table, Ethan apologized to Lillian, explaining that he had been delayed by work and that was why he had returned late. He said the gift was ready and would be delivered by his assistant shortly. I just replied indifferently with "I know," and then there was no further discussion. Ethan couldn't help but glance at me a few more times, but finding nothing unusual. He went to work as usual. If I hadn't known that he went to pick up Emily yesterday and even attended Emily's welcome dinner, I might have still felt happy. But when I saw Emily's social media post this morning, my heart sank. All that talk about going in circles and old friends being by your side. How nauseating. Though she didn't say it outright, every photo she posted revealed a partial glimpse of Ethan. It was obvious who this old friend referred to. "Aunt Wang, don't cook lunch for me today. I'm going back to my mother's place and won't be eating at home." Understood. Should we still deliver lunch to the CEO today? Use your discretion. With that, I grabbed the car keys and headed out. "Dear Mom, your precious daughter is back. Lillian is back. Why did you suddenly come home? Did something happen? Can't I just come back because I missed you and Dad? Does it have to be because of something else? I gave birth to you. Don't I know your temperament? What's wrong now? Mom, I want to divorce Ethan." Fairchild. Dad interrupted. "Didn't I warn you back then? I told you not to marry him. But you wouldn't listen and insisted on going down this path. Wasn't I blind? Now I see Smith clearly, Dad." "Alright, I'll call your 2 brothers back home for a family meeting." "No need, Dad, we don't need both of them involved." "Shut up, Lillian, listen to your father." "Okay, Mom." Half an hour later, the family gathered together and began discussing my divorce. Eldest brother Fairchild said, "Big sister, since you're divorced, I'll return the company to you. You were the one managing it before. If you hadn't gotten married, I wouldn't have been forced to take over like a duck being herded." Second brother Fairchild immediately followed Fairchild's words. "Big sister, since you're divorced, does that mean I can finally settle things with Ethan? I've had enough of him for a long time." Wasn't this supposed to be a discussion about my divorce? Why are you 2 thinking about running away and beating someone up instead? My dearest eldest sister, where has your once domineering arrogance gone? With our family's financial power, we could crush the Walker family in an instant. Both of us agree that 3 years as a housewife have completely dulled your mind. If our family hadn't always kept a low profile and avoided public appearances, who would have guessed that the Fairchild family, one of the 2 great clans of Luo City, would live in the bustling downtown? The Walker family's rapid development is entirely due to our family's support, and let's not forget, 3 years ago, Lillian was a decisive and ruthless female CEO. Just thinking about your tormenting methods sends shivers down one's spine. Only our parents think you're so kind. Fairchild recalls the days of being scolded by his sister as a child. It was truly unbearable. Big sister can do whatever she wants. After all, our whole family has your back. If the sky falls, Dad will hold it up. "You little brat, asking for trouble," Fairchild Dad said. Then, Fairchild you start by cutting off some collaborations with the Walker family. Fairchild if you're going to hit someone, don't get caught, or, at least wait until after my divorce. We can't leave any leverage for the Walker family. On the other side, Ethan was eating the lunch delivered from home today, and the taste was somewhat different from before. "Walker, I went to deliver a gift to the madam, but Aunt Wang said, the madam has gone to the Fairchild family's house. I left the gift with Aunt Wang." "Okay, got it." At this moment, Emily's message popped up. "Ethan, are you free tonight? To thank you for your recommendation that got me into the Bow family, I'd like to treat you to dinner. Do you have any plans for tonight? Yes, Mr. Walker, tonight is your regular day to return to the old house with your wife. Alright, got it, Ethan replied to Emily's message. Okay, let's meet at 6 p.m. then. He also sent a message to the contact labeled as Mrs. Walker. We're going to the old house tonight. I'll be running late. You go ahead first. And I have already signed the divorce papers, going through the legal procedures as well. Tonight will be the last time I visit the old house. I, Lillian, am about to be myself again. Madam, we've arrived at the old house. Understood. Open the door and step out. Of course, I didn't bring any gifts. As there's no need for that anymore. Right, Mom, I heard that Emily's sister is back, and she even joined the Beau group. She was originally meant to be my sister-in-law. It's all Lillian Fairchild's fault. If she hadn't brought that marriage certificate, Grandma would never have let my brother marry her. Before even stepping inside, I overheard my sister-in-law Walker bad-mouthing me. Well, of course, from the start, the sister-in-law she recognized was Emily, not me. The one who took her place midway. Of course, Walker mother doesn't think much of me either. After all, I come from a modest background and can't offer any help to her son. Meanwhile, Emilius. At the very least, the heiress of the Smith Group. Mom, I'm here, Ethan. Why didn't he come with you? Didn't your parents teach you basic manners? You didn't even bring anything. It's been 3 years since you married into this family, and there's still no sign of a baby in your belly. Walker family didn't marry you just to have a barren hen. Cat got your tongue. Speak up. Now that Emily is back, she's the daughter-in-law I recognize. You'd better be sensible and divorce my son quickly. Don't hog the toilet if you can't shit. Walker father also said, Lillian, you're a good girl. But you can see for yourself, it's been 3 years since you married into this family, and Ethan still hasn't taken a liking to you. It's time to let go. I remained silent. Walker's grandmother had just passed away not long ago. Because Emily hadn't returned to the country, they kept quiet. Now, their true colors are finally showing. Ethan arrived belatedly at this moment. He glanced at me, then looked at his parents, and only said one thing, it's time to eat. My last glimmer of hope was gone. Even if he had said just one word for me, I wouldn't have felt that these past 3 years were so terrible. But there was nothing. I was just a joke. No need. I've already signed the divorce papers and gone through the legal process. Whenever Ethanuary free, come with me to get the divorce certificate. When did I give you divorce papers? You gave it to me 3 years ago. I just didn't sign it. I don't agree. Ethan felt inexplicably panicked, but he didn't know why. He just didn't want to. Brother, haven't you been waiting for Emily all these 3 years? Now that she's back, and Lillian Fairchild has agreed to the divorce, why are you against it? That's right, son. This is such a great opportunity. You should hurry and get divorced quickly. What are you hesitating for? I don't know. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'll be waiting for you at the entrance of the Civil Affairs Bureau. I hope you can arrive on time. Ethan tried to grab my hand as I left, but I dodged him. I went home and packed my things, pitifully few. So this was all the trace of my life here. Ethan never came back after all, because Emily contacted him again. Emily has updated her social media again. One post from 6 p.m. shows her having dinner with Ethan, and another from now reveals she's in the hospital, with Ethan by her side. I was never Ethan's exception, only Emily was. Even if he developed feelings for me, he wouldn't dwell on it or try to understand why. In front of Emily, my affection is worthless. What he truly wants is only personal gain. It hurts so much. Realizing someone doesn't like you back is truly painful. The next morning, Ethan still came. Whether it was his own decision or pressure from his parents, I was ultimately the first option he gave up. As soon as the two stepped out of the Civil Affairs Bureau, Emily was waiting for him outside, so impatient. Lillian, wait a moment. Ethan, you're out, let's go. Without looking at them, I started walking toward my own path of recovery. Shinchanshan, I'm finally free, but I'm also heartbroken. Come out and drink with me, wait for me. I'll be right there. At the bar that night, I changed out of the clothes I wore at Walker's house. To hell with being the obedient daughter-in-law. Now, this version of me in a red dress, with big wavy hair and alluring makeup, Lillian, is the real me. Lillian, congratulations on regaining your single life. To celebrate your escape from the misery of marriage, I've ordered male models for you, 10 of them. Sleep with whichever one you like. Aren't I the best sister? With a dazed look in my eyes. I leaned forward, feeling one's abs and pinching another's pecs, but I wasn't quite satisfied. I'm going outside to pick, I said, then walked out of the private room with my glass in hand. Before I could get far, I bumped into a group of people coming my way and collided with the leader, dropping my glass to the floor. That hurts. Who are you? But you've got a nice figure. I like it, she said while reaching out to touch, then looked up. Why does this person look so pissed off? And he looks just like her rival Bo Yang. But since you're good looking, I won't make a fuss, I spoke domineeringly. Spend the night with me, name your price. The wandering hand was caught, and a pleasant voice sounded. Are you sure? Of course. Why are you so nagging, so noisy? I stood on tiptoe and kissed his lips directly. Lillian, you. Shen Qianqian was silenced by Bo Yang's glare. Joking aside, who was Bo Yang? The head of the Bo family. One of the two major families in Luocheng. Even her father had to bow and scrape in his presence. The people following Bo Yang behind him, seeing their CEO being disrespected, didn't dare to make a sound either. They all lowered their heads like ostriches, afraid the CEO might notice them. After kissing for a while and getting no reaction from Bo Yang, I bluntly said, are you not up to it? Such a handsome face. Smith is blind. Bo Yang pulled the person into his arms, lifted them up, and whispered by my ear, you'll find out soon enough whether I can or not. I'm taking this person with me. The words were directed at Shen Qianqian, leaving no room for refusal. All of you, disperse and go back. We'll discuss the rest when I return to the company tomorrow. Yes, President. When I was taken back to Bo Yang's apartment by him, I felt even dizzier, but I still managed to whisper to the person on top of me, be gentle, it's my first time sleeping with someone. I think I even made him laugh in frustration. Got it, he said. The hangover was truly awful. My head was pounding. Where am I? As my consciousness returned, I vaguely remembered sleeping with a man last night. I woke up to the sound of movement in the dark bedroom. Damn, could you not just suddenly speak without warning? That's really scary. You seemed quite bold yesterday, even flirting with people. Lillian, as the bedroom light turned on, I finally saw the person beside me clearly. Bo Yang. Why is it you? Who else were you expecting, if not me? Hey, would you believe me if I said it was all a misunderstanding yesterday? What do you think? Who was the one acting like a pervert last night, touching me all over? Look at me. Do I have a single spot left untouched? The great CEO Bo was taken advantage of. What do you have to say for yourself? Well, let me just say something. I suffered too. Okay, it was my first time, and besides, I paid for it. Do you think I need your money? So what do you want? Me to take responsibility for you? I just got divorced, and now getting married again. What kind of nonsense is that? Lillian, you're still as annoying as ever, Bo Yang said before getting out of bed. What does he mean? What did I do to him? As members of the two major families in Luocheng, we've known each other since childhood, elementary school, middle school, and high school together, but no one knew my identity, while because he was too good-looking and attracted too much attention, got exposed. He went abroad for college. While I stayed with my parents, I think he sent a gift when I got married. It was also because of the Bo family's gift-giving that people in the circle assumed the Walker family had connections with the Bo family, which opened up the market for the Walker family. Only I knew those gifts were specifically meant for me. Before I could dwell on it further, Shen Qianqian called, Hey, Lillian. Are you okay? Shen Qianqian, why didn't you stop me yesterday? Lillian, that was Bo Yang. I didn't dare to stop you, and I couldn't have even if I tried. How are you feeling now? What can I say? I've been taken advantage of completely. I'll tell you when I have time. I've got something to deal with right now. Gotta go. Lillian, I never thought someone with your personality would willingly be a housewife for 3 years. Not just you didn't expect it. I never imagined it myself. And now? What are you thinking? I want to be the president of Fairchild again, and I'll take back everything that the Walker family has gained from us over the years. After all, I was never a good person. How about playing a bigger game? Get engaged to me. The titles of the fiancé of the Bo Group's president and the president of Fairchild would be enough for you to dominate the business world. Bo Yang, you don't actually like me, do you? Trying every trick to get me to marry you. You really are quite slow. In the end, I agreed. It's quite fun, isn't it? Because President Bo was getting engaged, the Walkers were also on the guest list. Since it wasn't my turn to appear yet, I arrived a bit late and just happened to run into Ethan and the others. Before I could speak, Walker cut in directly. Lillian, what are you doing here? This is President Bo's engagement banquet. Someone of your status has no place here. I get it, you must be here to ambush my brother, right? Let me tell you. Don't even dream about it. He's about to get engaged to Emily. Give it up already. Is there any chance I might be Bo Yang's fiancé? Did you hear that? This Lillian must be out of her mind, claiming to be CEO Bo's fiancé. She's probably lost her sanity. I ignored them and walked away directly. However, Emily wouldn't let it go either, insisting on pushing herself forward. Lillian, 3 years ago you stole my position as Mrs. Walker. If it weren't for Grandma Walker, why would I have stayed abroad for 3 years? Now that you're divorced from Ethan, be sensible and stop clinging to Ethan. What? Has your once proud affection gone sour, and now you need guidance from me, the original wife? How pathetic. Emily before she returned. He trusted Ethan, but after Ethan's divorce, he would often stare blankly at her, even once calling her Lillian. This was something she couldn't tolerate. Later, she subtly mentioned wanting to get married, but Ethan kept finding excuses to refuse. She could wait, but her family couldn't. Lillian hadn't walked far when Ethan caught up with her again. Lillian, how have you been lately? Is there something you need, Mr. Walker? I regret it. After you left, I realized I still have feelings for you. Can we remarry? In the past, hearing Ethan say this would have made me very happy, but now, it's impossible. I hope Mr. Walker can respect himself. Ethan, Mr. Bo is here, let's go greet him. Meanwhile, Emily glared at me fiercely, then turned around with a bright smile. I never noticed before how quickly she can change her expression. Sis, why are you here? I've been looking for you everywhere. Hurry up, you're about to go on stage soon. Got it? My identity hasn't been revealed, right? No one outside knows who's going to be engaged to President Bo. They don't even know which family it is. Good, otherwise, it wouldn't be fun later. Welcome everyone to my son's engagement banquet. I hope you all enjoy the food and have a great time. Now, let's welcome our main characters to the stage. Bo Yang held my hand as we slowly descended the stairs. When everyone got a clear look at the future Mrs. Bo, many were shocked. If this shocks you, just wait, there's more to come. How is this possible? Mom, that's Lillian, right? She's really the CEO's fiancé, Walker said, shaking her head in disbelief. Walker mother added, those who knew about my relationship with Ethan were all staring at Ethan in utter confusion. Isn't this Lillian Walker? How did she become CEO Bo's fiancé? Looking at Emily's jealous expression below and Ethan's furious face, the taste of revenge was truly delightful. Everyone. My fiancé had some bad experiences with people before, and it wasn't easy for her to finally choose me. Please don't make things difficult for her. Bo Yang is standing up for her, a feeling I've never experienced before, and it's quite nice, with President Bo speaking so plainly. Anyone who doesn't understand Smith's words is just asking for trouble. Congratulations, President Bo, congratulations, President Bo. Whether intentional or not, Bo Yang specifically pulled me over to Ethan's side. Lillian, say hello. Lillian, you divorced me because you climbed onto the Bo family's big tree, right? You found a better option, so you threw me away. Mrs. Walker tried to pull Ethan aside to shut him up. Lillian is now CEO Bo's fiancé, not someone to be spoken of lightly. But the worked-up Ethan wouldn't consider any of that. Isn't it obvious? Someone who's richer than you, more handsome than you, and better in bed, any fool would know who to choose. Oh, I forgot, you've never touched me. Besides, we're already divorced, I'm free to marry whoever I want, and you have no right to interfere. You, Lillian, I never realized how sharp your tongue was before. Now you know, fiancé, I don't like them being here. Could you please ask them to leave? Of course, anything for you. From now on, the Bo Group's business invitations will exclude the Walker family, and all ongoing projects with the Walker family will be terminated. Are you satisfied with this outcome? Satisfied. I'm absolutely thrilled. It wasn't until this moment that Ethan finally came to his senses. Lillian was no longer someone he could treat casually. President Bo, let me explain. I was just... Before he could finish speaking, they had already been escorted out of the banquet. Being kicked out of the Bo family's banquet likely means no one in Luo City would want to collaborate with the Walker family anymore, and even if there were, It would be very few, Ethan. The real show is yet to come. After the engagement ceremony concluded, I began taking over the Fairchild family. Fairchild Chi was overjoyed, while Fairchild Mo finally got his wish to beat up Ethan. As for the Walker family, Fairchild Chi had previously arranged a connection, stating that as long as they could secure the bidding project in the Southern District, Fairchild would establish a cooperative relationship with them. Having lost the Bow family as their backer, Fairchild is their only way out. So they have no choice but to give it their all. However, for the Southern District bidding project, the Walker family would have to invest their entire fortune to pull it off. It all depends on Ethan's choice now. Ethan also sent me a message, asking me to plead with President Bow for leniency. But why should I? Being the CEO feels so much better, standing here, calling the shots, without being ordered around by others. Bo Yang has hardly shown up since the engagement. As if it was all just for fun, the day of the bidding soon arrived. As Bo Yang's fiancé, I accompanied him and ran into Ethan, who was also there to bid. It seemed Ethan still had some lingering feelings for me. I had no time to dwell on that. I was waiting to see the outcome, to make the setup more convincing. Bo Yang deliberately drove up the price, and the Fairchild family followed suit. By the end, the project's bid had far exceeded its estimated value, so the Fairchild family withdrew. Just as the Bow family was about to secure the deal, Ethan stepped in. Even though it would be a heavy burden for his family, whether as a stepping stone to climb the Fairchild family tree or to compete with Bo Yang, Ethan is a man. He definitely wouldn't admit to being inferior. I smiled at Bo Yang. Success. Bo Yang was called away for something, so I waited for him at the door and ran into Ethan, who had won the bid. Lillian, what does having the Bow family get you? Soon. I'll be collaborating with the Fairchild family. It's not too late for you to regret it now. Which dog forgot to wipe after eating shit and now tries to rub against everyone it sees? You, Lillian, you'll regret this. Just wait and see. How blind was I back then to fall for such a thing? I can't wait to see Ethan's reaction when he finds out I'm the CEO of Fairchild Corporation. Lillian, here's some information I gathered about the Smith family. I think you'll find it very interesting. Bo Yang. What made you think of investigating the Smith family? While investigating your ex-husband, I looked into it as well. Didn't expect to stumble upon some unexpected findings. Is this your way of trying to please me? Not exactly. This is my way of pursuing you. A small gift as a token. Will you give me a chance? Fairchild CEO. I think it's good. Fairchild President, Mr. Walker, the president of the company, is visiting and currently waiting in the reception room. Just tell him I'm not here. Give him an invitation for the upcoming event where Fairchild's president will be appearing, and say we can talk more then. Understood, President. You're just trying to keep people in suspense, isn't it good? Don't you think lifting someone up high and then letting them fall makes the memory more vivid and also more satisfying? Fairchild is indeed impressive, but also petty, never forgetting the slightest grievance. I'm just putting them back where they belong. Otherwise, given time, they might forget their own weight. This Fairchild family head has never been seen in the industry before, but now they're finally about to make an appearance, clearly overshadowing President Bow in terms of presence. Indeed, the two old money families of Luo City, no one even knows if Fairchild is a man or a woman. We'll find out soon. Ethan. Are you sure Fairchild will definitely side with us? Emily is very anxious right now. Because of Lillian, she was fired by the Bow family, and now the only one she can cling to is Ethan. I have the South City project in hand. This will be my greeting gift to the Fairchild family. There won't be any issues. I hope everything goes smoothly. During the gap in their conversation, Bo Yang and I arrived. Because of my title as Bo Yang's fiancé, I attracted a lot of attention, of course. The most intense gaze was naturally Emily's. After all, I had obtained everything she had ever dreamed of. Ethan had never seen such a dazzling Lillian before and was momentarily entranced. All of this should have been his. Emily noticed Ethan's reaction. Her fingers clenched tightly as she tried to force herself to relax. Lillian, why does everyone like you? Welcome everyone to the Fairchild Group's banquet. I know many of you are here to catch a glimpse of our CEO, so without further ado, let's welcome our CEO, Lillian Fairchild, to the stage. Hello everyone, I am the Fairchild Group's CEO, Lillian. I believe many of you already know me. so I won't introduce myself further. I hope everyone who came to the Fairchild group today enjoys the food and has a great time. Thank you. While Lillian was speaking, Ethan was frozen in place, his mind filled with only 2 words: I'm done. No wonder they wouldn't let me meet her before. Why did it have to be at this banquet? Why did Lillian leave with nothing after our divorce? So she's the Fairchild Group's CEO. Emily was also stunned. She never expected Lillian's true identity to be so formidable. Had she uncovered everything she had done before? No, it couldn't be. It absolutely couldn't. Compared to Emily's panic, Ethan ultimately mustered the courage to step forward and speak. Lillian, Mr. Walker, you'd better address me as Ms. Fairchild, or my fiancé might get jealous. We really have no chance anymore. Do we? Walker must know by now that it was I who initially leaked the information to you. From my engagement to revealing my identity to you now, it was all part of my plan, all to push Walker into a deadlock. Lillian, do you really hate me this much? But, well, at least you finally figured out Smith. Don't go regretting it in a few days. I'd lose all respect for you. So that's why you want to destroy Walker. I didn't give Walker any chances. It's all up to how Walker plays his cards now. Lillian, you're still too soft-hearted, Boyan said. Not at all. You forgot, Emily is still here. Tell me, wouldn't former lovers turning into bitter enemies make for quite a drama? I'm very glad you're not my enemy. The outcome was as I expected. Walker's Ethan could have weathered this crisis if he had managed things well, but Emily embezzled company funds without authorization, causing the project's cash flow to collapse. Walker suffered severe losses and ultimately went bankrupt. Ethan came to see me several times afterward, but Boyan turned him away each time. Walker's mother even tried to play the family card, calling me repeatedly, and even Walker himself began apologizing to me. You see, the world works this way. When you're powerless, everyone bullies you, but once your status changes, you become the center of attention. As for Emily, she had already accumulated massive high-interest loans before returning to the country. Smith family was also at the end of their rope, unable to cover the debt. If she couldn't repay the money, she would be sent to the red light district in Africa, so she turned to Ethan. Little did she expect that this fire would eventually burn herself. The destitute Emily blamed all the faults on me and tried to run me over in the underground parking lot. Fortunately, I was lucky to survive. Though I had to stay in the hospital for half a month, during which Bo Yang took Walker care of me the entire time, I looked at Bo Yang peeling an apple and felt the urge to tease him. Bo Yang, you really do like me, but when did you start having these feelings for me? I had no idea. Tell me, I want to hear it. It's a secret, I can't say. Looking at me acting spoiled in the hospital bed, Bo Yang smiled. Still the same as when we were kids, after I was discharged from the hospital. Both families began discussing the wedding date, which was set for National Day itself. I wore a custom-made wedding dress and joyfully married the man who had loved me for so long. The wedding was broadcast live. He couldn't wait for the whole world to know I was his. As for Emily, she was imprisoned for attempted murder, and Boyan made sure she received special attention inside. The Smith family also relocated entirely. As for Ethan's family, they're probably living a modest life in some remote corner. But what does that have to do with me? After all, my wonderful life has only just begun. Thank you for watching today's story. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, so feel free to share your opinions, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great stories. We'll see you in the next video.